Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's having a good morning. It's cold as crap here. So let me find my chat. Give y'all a minute to get in here. Well, crap. Where's everybody at?
You've got 3 lenses instead of 1.
I don't know what's up with YouTube here. Hey guys, I see 2 people. Hey Shine On, good morning. Cricket. Hey Cricket, be safe on the road. I hope your dad's doing a little better. I finally got my earbuds connected back with my Chromebook. I had redone the settings on my Chromebook, and I guess I had like the internal mic on or something, but I had to put it back on default and they connected. So thank God. Oh, I hear a plane. Hold on a second. We're going to look up some true crime. I'm going to talk about Heidi Broussard a little bit this morning. I saw an article where her friend who wanted to be anonymous told a reporter that she was surprised that Heidi was back with Shane. You know, everybody has problems in a relationship. There's a lot of people who break up, split up, but I also read that there had been police to their house before, their apartment, but nobody knows what for yet. Shine On, it took me forever, girl, to figure out how to reconnect those. It really did. I just had to keep looking up how to do it and finally figured it out. Technology sucks, guys. Let me see if I can find that article. I think it was in the Daily Mail. I saw that. Yeah. Let me see if I can screen share it. Okay, so it says friend reveals Heidi went through a rocky breakup with her fiance earlier this year. A search for the missing mom and her 3-week-old daughter enters day 7. Now, I believe this was yesterday's article. I was thinking about Heidi and the baby last night when I was sitting in the recliner, just, hoping, praying they were okay, wondering where they could be at. Let me cut this little heater off. My little fireplace, it makes a crackling sound. We don't want to play that. Okay. But I guess her and Shane had broken up and she had confided in a friend. Sometimes when we have relationship trouble, we like to vent to someone. Really doesn't mean much. But she did say that they had a rocky past. And also her friend said that once before when Shane couldn't get a hold of Heidi. I guess she was at her friend's house. I guess she didn't answer her phone, that he automatically showed up at the house. You know, I found that a little bit strange. I guess he could have been worried. Oh, it was where I saw that. This is frozen up, so I'm going to stop screen sharing and look at the chat for a second because it's frozen. Sucks through StreamYards. It really does. Black Rose, hey girl, it's good to see you. Well, Cricket, I don't feel good. I've had bad stomach cramps for 2 or 3 days now. So I kind of feel tired. You know how it is. I think the older we get, the worse the menstrual cycle gets. But I did watch Shane's that interview I was telling y'all about. I'm sure y'all seen it when he was in the house. I did find that quite strange, but yet he could be nervous. I just don't know what to think about him, to be honest with you. It's one I cannot figure out. I can usually read people pretty good, but I'm having trouble reading him. Yes, that interview was bare. I mean, it did not look good on him. That don't necessarily mean he's guilty, though, because people act weird when they're nervous. But I did find, the things he said and stuff weird. But it could have been his nerves. Hey, Waterski, how are you? And let my stinking dog in here. Lady, she gets me all distracted, I swear. Goodness. So I was looking up crime as always this morning. If I can get it pulled up. And here is 4 shot and injured in a shooting outside of a San Antonio mall. Police are searching for suspects who witnesses say got away in a black Dodge Charger after shooting the victims on Wednesday night. It looks like they just uploaded this. 4 people sustained injuries after being shot near the entrance of a shopping mall. It happened 9 p.m. on Wednesday. Says San Antonio officers responded to reports of a shooting at the city's South Park Mall, authorities said. 4 victims were found and taken to a nearby hospital. The shooting happened in a breezeway outside the mall. The 4 people were together when they were shot. The victims were 3 males, ages 17, 26, and 41, and a female, age 19 or 20. Their injuries include shots to the abdomen and foot. Okay, so that's good. They're all in stable condition. Well, except for one who is in critical condition after suffering from the shot to the abdomen. So they just shot the rest of them in the foot, I guess. That's weird. But they got away, and they're searching for 5 suspects who got away in a black Dodge Charger after they shot the victims. No motive for the crime has been determined and no arrests have been made. Seems like to me, I mean, all these people, it seems like they were in a group together at the mall. They were targeted. It may be gang related or something. Wow, that would be scary. When I go out to Walmart and places like that, I think about things like that. I guess it's where, in the true crime community here. I was looking at crime and stuff, but Walmart and places like that, it's a perfect place for some crazy ass to pull something like that because you got all these people in one place. When I go to the movies, I try to sit up front close to the exit. I'm paranoid. What don't I see? I didn't see. Hey, Tremaine. Hey, there's Simple Me Bandit. Did Water Ski Mom do something? I didn't super chat or something. Did I miss it? Hold on, I'm gonna look on my phone. Stupid headset disconnects. Oh, she did. Oh, you are amazing. Oh, thank you, Water Ski Mom. You're amazing. You're a nice lady. You really are. I've talked to Water Ski Mom off of YouTube in private before, and she really is a nice lady. She's very intelligent too. And I notice everywhere she goes, she's nice and polite. Thank you, girl. I appreciate it. When I miss stuff like that, I'm not ignoring y'all. I just really didn't see it. Here on the Streamlabs or StreamYards chat, it doesn't show up. Sometimes it'll show the amount on there, but it don't highlight it, And sometimes it gets stuck. Oh, I love you too, girl. Merry Christmas to you and your family. And for those of y'all that pray, please remember Cricket and her family in y'all's prayer. She's, her dad's really sick. And it seems like she's takes good care of him. And it's a lot of hard work, dedication. She's a good person. Oh, I love all y'all. Thank you, Lisa. I have my moments when I cannot be nice. I think we all do. Okay. Back to the true crime here. I wish I could pull it up and it would like screen share it because I like for y'all to see what I'm looking at. Because there was a tragic case last year. Some kids got run over, 3 siblings at the bus stop. And this happened in Indiana. Well, the girl that ran them over just got sentenced, and she only got like 3 or 4 years in prison. And the kids' mother and family, they were very upset. And the mother, what's her name? Brittany Engel, actually lunged at this girl. She said that the girl showed no remorse for running over those children. Okay, since I got it pulled up, let's see if it'll screen share. I know y'all will remember it when you see the kids. So they were siblings. I believe the little boys are twins. I'm not for sure. Well, actually, let's see. Did she run over 3 or 4? I'm going to have to go back over the article. I can't remember. Oh, it was 3. Now, one of the kids lived, and he has had like 20 surgeries in a year. Hey, Black Rose. Thank you, girl. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas. I've missed having you in the chat, girl. Well, that's okay, Water Ski Mom. I know how it is to miss lives because I've been missing everybody. I try to go back and watch replays. So Alyssa Shepard is the Indiana woman who fatally struck 3 siblings with her car as they crossed the road to board a school bus. She has been sentenced to prison. On Wednesday, Shepard, 25, stood in Fulton County courtroom as a judge sentenced her to 4 years in prison, 3 years of house arrest, and 3 years of probation. Shepard's driver's license has also been suspended for 10 years. Heartbroken family members of the late children were also present in the courtroom. The mother, Brittany Engel, was overcome by emotions and allegedly lunged at Shepard, according to Fox 59, and was later charged with misdemeanor battery. Can you believe that they charged this mother? Yeah, she lunged at her and stuff, but God Almighty, she ran over 3 of her kids. 2 of them are dead. One's had 20 surgeries in a year. The horrifying story unfolded a year ago on October 30th when Shepard was driving a 2017 Toyota Tacoma southbound down a highway near Rochester, and she hit Olivia Stahl, 9, and her 6-year-old brothers, Xavier and Mason Engel, at the Tippecanoe, let's see how you say that, Tippecanoe or something like that. I listened to it this morning how to pronounce it and can't pronounce it. Go figure. But anyways, she hit them at the school bus stop. Shepard also struck a 4th child, Maverick Lowe, 11, who is still recovering from his injuries. Okay, so Brittany Engel lost 3 kids, right? Yeah, she killed 3 of them. And one is had more than 20 surgeries in the past year. Now, I was trying to remember if she was drinking or what, but seems like she may have been texting or something. It says the afternoon after the crash, Shepard was taken into custody and charged with 3 counts of reckless homicide and 1 misdemeanor count disregarding a stop sign and causing injury. She was found guilty. In her testimony, Shepard claimed she did not see a bus or a sign telling her to stop. And you know, I saw pictures of this roadway. It's like a flat stretch of highway. I don't know how in the hell this woman didn't see a big yellow bus stopped in the middle of the road with a red sign stuck out on its side. I mean, she had to be on something. I'm thinking she was intoxicated, or she was just texting, but God Almighty, this was looked like a flat stretch of road. How do you not see a big bus? Run over 4 kids. It says, following the conviction, Brittany and her husband, Shane Engel, parents of the twins, and Michael Stahl, Brittany's former husband and Olivia's father, told U.S. Today they felt Shepard showed no remorse for taking their children's lives. I don't think we'll ever feel closure, Brittany told the outlet, but this will go towards healing. She added they didn't even get time to enjoy life. She totally stole their lives. Can you imagine losing 3 of your children just like that in the snap of a finger? Get them up, get them ready to school. Nobody ever thinks anything like that will happen. We actually had a little boy here ran over, but it wasn't the driver's fault. The little boy lived in this trailer park, and the trailer park is kind of up on a hill. So all the kids in the trailer park would just walk down the road to the stop sign. Well, these kids weren't supervised well at all. Anyways, to begin with, parents on drugs, all that. But anyways, he rode his bicycle. He was going to ride it to the bus stop. He always did. But when he came down the hill, he didn't stop down there at the stop sign where the kids wait for the bus. He went on across the road and there was a car coming and it ran over him and it killed him. And the driver, it wasn't his fault, but he had a heart attack a few days later and died. Yeah. But the dad came running down there, found his little boy, tried to attack the driver. But that little boy, I mean, it's nobody's fault. I mean, it shouldn't have been riding that bike down that hill to begin with. Sad. Hey, Donna. Mel. Mel, you're a good mod. Oh, y'all are. Let's go back, see what else. Well, I went out Christmas shopping, y'all, yesterday. Couldn't find nothing. So I'm going back here after a while. I waited too late to go for number one. Then I was trying to rush because I like to get back and lock my chickens up right at dark. Remy, sorry, but she wouldn't make it to court, let alone jail if those were my kids. Well, now the mother's charged with battery because she must have got to her and hit her or something in the courtroom. Can you blame her? I'd want to beat her ass too. Do y'all remember that guy in Texas? Him and his kids ran out of gas beside the road, him and his two boys. They was helping their dad push. They were little, probably 8, 9, something like that. They helping him just push the truck out the road a little bit. Here comes a drunk driver. Hits the two little boys. It kills them. And allegedly, the dad walked up to the vehicle and blew his brains out. Well, he went on trial for it, but he got found not guilty. Because the witnesses said they didn't exactly see him shoot him. All they saw was, I guess it was like kind of dark. All they saw was like, how it fires from the gun. Lisa, well, I'll finally get out Friday evening or Saturday morning to finish mine. Gosh, I am never shopping this late again for Christmas. This will not happen next year. I wish I'd looked up how to pronounce this girl's name this morning. Kuenhausen. So this man strangled to death this teen girl because he found out she was transgender. She must not have told him, but still, my gosh, you don't kill someone over something like that. And this is her. Pretty. Get it, makeup. Pretty lips. A Washington State man has been charged with second-degree murder in the slaying of a transgender teenager who disappeared in June. David Bogdanoff or something, 25, was taken into custody Tuesday in connection with the strangulation death of 17-year-old Nikki Kuenhausen. Her remains were found by a local resident on December 7th, 6 months after she went missing. I never even heard about her disappearance. They were collecting bear grass in this rural area of the county and found this human skull. Vancouver police spokesman Ken Capp tells People. Kuenhausen was last seen alive in the early morning hours of June 6th when she showed up at her friend's house around 5 a.m. wearing a man's coat and carrying a bottle of vodka. According to the probable cause statement, Kuhnhausen allegedly said she had been out with an older Russian male. She left the house again shortly thereafter, informing her friends that she was going to meet up with the same man. They never saw her again. Her mother reported her missing June 10th. I wonder how you pronounce his name. Bogdanov? Bogdanov? Something like that. It's a Russian name. Anyways, she had been communicating with him through Snapchat around 5:30 a.m. We knew they had communicated and that they had met. You cannot meet people online like that. And especially not be truthful to them and upfront about being transgender, because that could really, really get you hurt. Because people are crazy. You know, a normal person may be a little upset, but would just, take them home or something. But a crazy person, kill them. Josh's B-Day is in January and Blake's in February. Oh, really, Mel Mel? My birthday's in January, too. Oh, my God, I'm going to be 40. I dread it. I'm going to drink me some beer on my 40th birthday. Water ski scary meeting online, especially teens and children. Yeah. I mean, you never know. I mean, just because they're nice online, that don't mean they're like that in real life. You always know it's a bad sign when someone won't video chat or something with you, like if you meet a man or something, they don't need, or a woman, and they don't want a video chat, probably because they're catfishing you. Well, I'm glad you're here, Donna. Yesterday, I fell through the damn chair, Donna. I'm glad the camera wasn't on. Oh, my goodness. And here's a lady I see that disappeared at her own workplace. She worked for Domino's as a delivery driver. Donna Marie, if those men. There's actually a story of a woman catfishing this married guy, and she was using her daughter's picture. Well, this married guy used to communicate with her on this chat, and I guess this younger guy he worked with was on the same chat, and he started communicating with that woman. Well, anyways, this married guy ends up killing his coworker over that girl he'd been chatting with. Never met her or anything. And so after the murder, the detectives know it's him, all this, and come to find it out, they track this woman down, and she's been using her daughter's picture to catfish this married man. And here this married man went and murdered somebody over her. That is a true story. I cannot remember. There's a Lifetime movie about it. It's also been on the ID channel. Cannot remember that guy's name. It's right around when the people first started getting the internet and could like chat. It's crazy. I think that lady was actually, if I'm not mistaken, banned from using the internet. Something like that for doing that. I mean, that guy shouldn't have murdered that guy, but she really started that. And it ended badly. Donna Marie, it's really scary. I have a stalker from Facebook. I got a cup with the message last Friday morning on my porch. Oh my God, Donna. Are you serious? So it's somebody that lives near you. If I was you, I'd deactivate my Facebook. I would put up a camera, one of those doorbell cameras. This is a pretty girl, too. Very pretty. Okay, so her body has been found in Mississippi 4 days after she was last seen leaving the Domino's Pizza where she worked. 31-year-old Latrice Dortch was last seen leaving the Canton Pizza Restaurant. I said police restaurant. Damn. She was going out for a delivery, but the franchise owner declined to confirm this, citing the ongoing investigation. So allegedly, she went on a pizza delivery and vanished. There was a similar story a while back where this man lured his ex out. She worked as a pizza delivery, and he lured her out, ordered a pizza, and they killed her. But they found out it was her ex and his new woman. Black Rose, like the 90 Day Fiance girl that sent her guy a picture, but much younger. So embarrassing. Girl, she is still using filters on her pictures online. What is her freaking name? Oh, crap. I forgot her name. Yeah. So she was sending him these pictures. She looked like she's about 20 years younger. I wonder what he really thought when he saw her at the airport. Because she's like old. I would have been mad. I cannot remember her name. Rebecca. I think it's her name. Seems like people use Facebook as the white pages. Yeah, to go snoop on people and stuff. It's ridiculous. People are so nosy. It's not normal just to go around looking at people. I don't care what anybody else says. It's not. If you see somebody on YouTube and you know their first and last name, it's not normal to go on Facebook and automatically look them up. I don't think it is. Let's see. So she has an 8-year-old little boy. Her body was found Tuesday on the side of a highway nearly 6 miles from where her car was discovered. No cause of death has been revealed. Okay, her empty car was found in a field behind an abandoned house and shrubbery by a farmer feeding his cows. Some of her belongings were inside the vehicle, but there was no sign of her, Dortch. Wow. There's quite a few kids that's missing parents right now that's not going to have a good Christmas, nor their other family members. Reminded me of Heidi's little boy. You know, he's probably wondering where his mother's at. Then Jennifer Dulos's 5 children. You know, first Christmas without her. They don't know where she's at. I would say the older kids by now probably knows that more than likely she's passed away. I'm sure they've had to talk to the kids about that. Black Rose, Rebecca. Yeah, that's that girl's name from 90 Day Fiancé. Rebecca and Ziad. I believe that was his name. From Tunisia. I've not been watching the other 90 Day Fiancé too much. I'm behind on the episodes. Oh, Dawn, I'm sorry to hear that. It's the 7th year in prison. Oh, sorry to hear that. My brother is in jail right now. He will be out in January. Hopefully he don't get back with that wife of his. Light Feather. Hey, girl. Oh, yeah. And that little Vanessa Morales, she is missing. Her mother was found dead. Was in Connecticut. They suspect that the father killed the mother and may have took the little girl and gave to family members. I've been sitting and thinking about that. It looks like if he had wanted to have murdered the little girl, he would have done it after he murdered her mother and just left her, in the house, unless he didn't want anybody to know he'd killed his kid, too. But there's no sign of her. He's actually in jail right now. He got caught with 2 tasers, and he's a convicted felon, so he can't have tasers. I didn't know that. Felons couldn't have tasers. I just thought it was guns. But I think it's guns. I don't even know if they're supposed to have knives, like pocket knives. I'm just wondering, their name seems Spanish. I'm just wondering if he could have took her to family members and they took her to Mexico to raise her. Donna, felons can't have shit. I didn't know about the tasers. I mean, you learn something new every day. I just never thought about it. I was just thinking felons can't have guns. No news on Jennifer Black Rose. I was trying to look up some stuff this morning. I came across an old article that was talking about how Fotis and Jennifer met. They knew each other from college, but they didn't, have sparks fly right away. She kept running into him at the airport, it said. And at this time, Fotis was already married. Then they started talking, and he moved to where she was at, which was in New York. And he got a divorce. And 1 month later, he married Jennifer. I think he married Jennifer because her family was wealthy. That's what I think. Donna, I wonder if they can have pepper spray, Donna. That's a good question. Let me look again and make sure I didn't miss anything about Jennifer. I was thinking this morning, just a few more months will be a year since she's been gone. I mean, it seems like she's been gone forever to me. And nobody charged with her murder. What is going on with that? From the stuff they released to the news, all the evidence they have against Fotis, you would think right now they got enough to charge him with murder and get a conviction. His DNA was in the house on the kitchen faucet, mixed in with her blood. He's caught on surveillance, discarding items with blood on them, Jennifer's blood. They tracked his every move the day Jennifer went missing. There's blood on those seats that was taken out of his employee's truck. The last really update, besides, Fotis being in that lawsuit with Gloria, and I think the judge is still deliberating on that decision. But the last one, it says Fotis issues a message to his wife. Oh, that's when he wished Jennifer and her family happy holidays. Oh, right here. So Gloria Farber must be doing a foreclosure on Fotis Dulos's Farmington residence. It says, according to the Stanford Advocate, he is contesting his mother-in-law's foreclosure on his Farmington residence. In the court documents, Farber's attorney stated that she had put up $2.3 million so that both Jennifer and Fotis could live at the property. Oh my gosh, $2.3 million. Fotis's company, him and his company designed that house in Farmington. That's what I was reading this morning. Okay. In August, Gloria Farber opted to pay off the mortgage 10 months after Fotis had stopped making payments on the property. The deed was then transferred to a trust created specifically to deal with associated financial issues. Even though he had allegedly stopped paying the mortgage, Fotis had continued to live there with Michelle until she moved out in October. Reportedly, Fotis still lives at the residence and has an office there for his business, the Ford Group. I wonder how his business is doing, since he's all over the news, accused of killing his ex-wife. As for how Fotis's legal team is responding to the suit, Michael Habib, who is serving as his legal representation, stating that Farber had not properly notified his client that the mortgage was being paid off. Habib is also seeking damages as he states the foreclosure does not consider the equity that Fotis owns regarding the property. Therefore, the counterclaim is asking that a judge rule on who owns the home. You know what? If I was him, I would not want to stay in a house that my mother-in-law owned. He just feels like he's like entitled to their money and stuff. I mean, the loans that Hillard Farber gave Fotis to start his company and to keep it running, Fotis acts like he was entitled, like that was gifts. No, it was loans. And Hillard also gave him I believe, like $1 million to build that Farmington residence or to redo a house. And when Fotis redone it and sold it, he was supposed to repay him, but he didn't. He only paid him $500,000 back. Yeah, he acts like he's entitled to their money, Donna. Like nobody is going to gift you that much money, just keep giving you money and money. They were doing it because he was Jennifer's husband, trying to get, help them out, get their business going. They were supposed to pay it back. Or Fotis was. Fotis probably thought with Jennifer out of the way and them they weren't officially divorced, right? He would probably get access to her money. She probably had life insurance on her. He probably figured after she'd been disappeared for so long, they would declare her legally dead or something. He'd get life insurance money, or I believe it's got to do with money, but I believe it's more to do with actually control. He seems like a control freak. Everything had to be his way, from what Jennifer said in court documents and stuff. They were afraid to tell him no, but she used the word defy him. And she talked about an incident where the kids were practicing water skiing. One of them was tired, didn't want to do it anymore. Fotis became angry, took the water ski and busted on a rock. Hey, sweet Melissa. I don't know, Mac and Cheese, who would do business with him. He's got Manson eyes. He's got dead eyes. It shows a lot about him. Wishing Jennifer happy holidays and her family. Is he freaking kidding me? How are they going to have happy holidays? Jennifer's gone. He murdered her. I mean, nobody's going to have a happy holiday. I think that shows a lot about him and how his mind thinks and stuff. He has no compassion, no empathy. He probably said that knowing it would ruffle Gloria Farber's feathers, because it ruffled mine. Yeah, it was his way or the highway. Morning, Katie. I guess he probably would, if I had been married to him, he probably would have killed me a long time ago, because there would have been a damn fight if he was trying to make my kid do something and him tired. Hell no, that would not have went with me. Jennifer also said something about she was scared of him because he had told her about his sick revenge fantasies that he had against people he felt had wronged him. These psycho men, they always feel like someone has wronged them, like the world owes them something. Faithful one, hey Andrew. Sorry, it's been a rough week, Andrew. If this had been anybody else, they would have been charged with murder. But for some reason, they're holding back on charging him right now. I guess they're still investigating. Maybe they're waiting for more evidence to come back from the lab. I don't know. But it is frustrating as hell. I'd like to know what Scott Reich thinks about this case. I like listening to him since he's a lawyer and stuff. He knows what he's talking about. And this was Fotis' exact words, y'all. All I want to say is that I wish Jennifer and her family happy holidays, and I just pray that they give my kids my love and my best wishes, he said, as reported to CBS New York. Give his kids my love and best wishes. What an asshole. You know how kids are. I'm sure they've asked all kinds of questions about their dad and, their mom being gone. And I just feel really bad for them. But I do know the kids are in counseling and things. And they've consulted with professionals on, how much to tell the kids, what to tell them, all that. I hate Fotis Dulos with the passion. This is different than the Heidi Broussard, because Fotis, we know he did it from the evidence they've told us about it. Right now with Heidi, we don't know, besides that he acted weird in that interview. But I'm thinking, from just watching this guy, if the FBI questions him, interrogates him, they're going to break him quick unless he lawyers up, if he did it. I feel sorry for anyone around Josh. If I went missing, he would be adamant they look 24/7. My son would be too. I'm sure I missed talk about the Beanie Boy, but did anyone else notice the swaying like a cobra? All you need is a snake charmer music. I noticed it. And I noticed the comments. Everybody thought what I thought. Chris Watts did the same thing in his interview with the news. And when he was over at the neighbor's house looking at the surveillance and the cop was there, Chris was like swaying back and forth. Shane was doing that as well. He was also doing some inappropriate laughing. But that could be his nerves. From what a professional said, it could be his nerves. And also read some people have gave suspicious interviews like that and actually been innocent before. I don't know, guys. I kind of feel like he did it sometimes, and then I want to wait for some more facts to come out. Facts come out, and it looks like he did it. I'm going to dog him out just like I do Fotis. See, I do a nervous laugh too, and when I'm talking on the phone or anything, I'm always moving around and stuff. But it seemed like he was having just like a hard time, even when they asked him, like, is there anything you want to say to Heidi? He had a hard time saying anything. He didn't know what the hell to say. And I was like, if your loved one's missing and you're doing an interview, you would just speak from your heart, but it seemed like he couldn't do that. And I heard him mention, he looks down when he talks. He wanted to point that out. So I am very suspicious of him. Very. Nancy Grace, as of now, thinks he's not guilty. I wonder if he's been interrogated by police. I'm sure he's been questioned, right? I saw all kinds of theories online. I saw someone saying that as soon as she went missing, that Shane's dad set up a GoFundMe and all that, and that it was a GoFundMe scam, and that she was in on it. And I was like, oh my gosh. I don't think that's what happened. Yes, Mel Mel. I saw how her friend thought she had already left him. She didn't know that Heidi had got back with him. And I was sitting and thinking, maybe Heidi didn't tell her because she was embarrassed, because she had confided in her, I guess, earlier that summer that they had split up and probably dogged him out a little bit. And maybe she was embarrassed to tell her friend that she had got back with him. Just wondering how bad their relationship was. Now, I know there had been police to their residence before, but it didn't elaborate on why they were there. I'm assuming it was probably a noise disturbance. The neighbor probably called. Maybe they were arguing or something. I mean, my hubby get into arguments all the time. That doesn't, I don't mean that because they argued he killed her. But I know everybody thinks that he did. I really don't know what to think. I think he looked suspicious as hell. That interview didn't do him no favors. Mac and cheese, disappointed in Nancy Grace. My hubby can't stand Nancy Grace. We was just talking about her yesterday, and I said, well, she's not as bad. She was really, really aggressive when she was on HLN, the anchor she was. But on her podcast, she's not as aggressive. I think the news station just wanted her to be that way for ratings and things. Her fiance was murdered when she was in college. Water ski mom. I saw a comment yesterday about maybe he had scratches under his beanie he's wearing. See, I didn't notice anything about the beanie. I didn't think it was out of the ordinary because it's cold here in Virginia. Then I was reading the comments and realized it's not cold in where they're at in Austin, according to someone's comment. I meant to look up the temperature there. So I hadn't even thought about that till I saw that comment. You can't just hide a newborn. Yeah, I know. Like I said earlier, I was sitting last night thinking about them, just wondering where they're at, what happened to them, if they're okay. I hope and pray that they're okay. I kind of feel like they're not. Her mom said that she would have never carried the baby down their steps without her strapped into her carrier. Yeah, I like Nancy Grace too. I'm not afraid to say it. I watch it every day. Nancy Grace is awesome. I used to love Ashley Banfield too. He might have been high. I thought about that mailman. I thought, does this guy smoke weed or something? It just, I don't know. I just felt like he had a hard time speaking from the heart, kind of rambling a little bit, but it could have been his nerves. I guess we're just going to have to wait and see. Mac and Cheese, my opinion, he is shady. He should be frantic, never calls his daughter by her name. Yeah, I think I heard him call her Margo maybe once. Hey, 420. Good morning. Yeah, Donnie, he could have been smoking that wacky backy. But to me, I was just sitting there thinking, okay, I got a missing loved one here. I'm going to sit down and act respectable as I can. But he couldn't even sit down and do that interview. Now, I know it was kind of weird because, there was a camera guy there, and then the reporter was on the phone doing the interview on speakerphone. I don't know. It was just really weird. It didn't do him any favors. Well, I heard his dad, Water Ski Mom, say that Texas EquuSearch, Tim Miller, was coming in to search for her. But I read that they weren't until they had like a specific, location to do it and had law enforcement's approval. But let's see. The last time let's see if there's any updates right now. Okay, so this was one from 12 hours ago. CBS Austin. FBI agents are searching homes near Heidi and Margo Carey's South Austin apartment. The mother and newborn have been missing since Thursday, December 12th. So she was last seen at Cowan Elementary School dropping her son off 7:30 a.m. She's believed to have returned home with 3-week-old Margo and hasn't been seen or heard from since. So this is just going over stuff we already know. But the FBI agents continue combing the area, speaking with neighbors and asking to search homes. I'm just wondering, like, I saw people assuming where he works for a moving company that maybe he carried her body out and put it in like a moving van. But damn, somebody would have seen him do that, right? You think someone would have come forward by now. Maybe they have. I don't know. It's happened before. People have kidnapped people because they want to steal a newborn baby. There was a case one time where this woman showed up at this girl's apartment, said that she was a social worker and the girl and the baby needed to come with her. Nobody believed the boyfriend. They all thought that he done something to her and the baby. It comes out, find out it was some crazy woman. She didn't work with the social services, and she took and killed that girl and took the baby. So it's possible that happened. I think it won't be too awful long, and we're going to find out exactly what happened. Because the FBI, you know how they are. They got Watts. If he did it, they're going to get him. He seems like he would be the kind of person that would crack real easy if he did something. But the baby was like 3 weeks. Most types are like fetal abduction cases. Why take the mom? I don't know, Mel Mel. In that one case, that woman took the mom so she could get access to the baby. Hypersensitivity. The person engages in rocking to seek relief from sensory overload. Endorphins. The person rocks habitually to relieve extreme stress. Yeah, he could just be nervous. But I swear his interview did remind me a lot of Chris Watts's. It really did. I can't help it. It did. I'm not accusing him of nothing at this point, but I'm very suspicious. I'm hoping that he didn't do it. It just, it's horrible no matter who kills a mother and a child or anybody. But it just makes it so much worse when it is a family member, a dad or mom that does it to me. I don't know either, Black Rats. I don't know what to think. Just suspicious. Can't help it. Well, guys, I think I'm going to hop off here. I need to get myself ready. I'm going to go do some Christmas shopping later, finish up. Hopefully, I find my son some stuff that he likes. He is so hard to shop for, like clothes-wise. So, I'm going to try to go before it gets too late. That way, won't be having to worry about Annabelle and them after dark. $4.20, too cold for putting up Christmas lights. Why did I buy more? It's pretty doggone cold out here. Real cold. Anyways, I love y'all. Have a good day. Be kind. Peace.